Yes, thank you for joining us in this live session. We will just right away off the board begin with XL brands. You can see it's up 67%. You can see the extension levels we plotted earlier on. It has departed from that baseline, which was at somewhere at $3. Yeah, somewhere at $3.09. So it has extended further. Yes, this is what's going on with XL brands. Obviously, you must have heard that they are acquiring another company, and the logo of that company. So and they are getting things digital and all that stuff. So XL brands up 73% and still penny stock. So yes, I know many market participants will be attracted because of that. So see what you can make out of that. And let's see whether we've had any person join us in this session so far. Okay, nobody yet. Okay, we'll carry on, and somebody might. So move on to KELYB Diagnostics is up 57%, roughly 58%. Yes, it's currently retracing right now. Momentum is very flat, is very low. MACD is slightly, or it's just converged with its signal line based on this 1 minute model we are looking at right now. So it actually retraced from a high of based on this $6 and some fraction. So yes, KELYB is up 7% and retracing. This is also the 1 minute model. So let's look at the 5 minute and see what's going on. This 5 minute model, it's very much sideways affair on this 5 minute model. On the 10 minute model, let's see, 10 minute is also very much the same. So let's return to the 1 minute. I think yes, it's pretty much the same on the 1 minute. Yes, it's largely the same sideways movement. So KELYB is up 56.25%. So next one is KELYB Services Inc. It's up 31.19%. We have this, was moving sideways pretty much, and suddenly it caved in, and it's trying to extend again and retraced further again, and currently below its 10-day trend line. You can see here it is converging with that trend day. The MACD is converging with the trend with its signal line. So we also have the momentum is trying to edge up a bit. So KELYB Services is up 27.91%. Okay. Yes, if you just joined us, thank you very much. So we'll move on to ACY. ACY was one stock we think may be seeing this sort of activity because of short push and pull. So we can see Century going filed for bankruptcy, but we can see it's been up to 3 times its price since that news hit the markets last week. So I suspect that by announcing its bankruptcy proceedings, that certain market participants might consider it freshly killed KOSS in the open desert. Definitely will attract predators, scavengers, and yes, hence what we're seeing right now, push and pull from short sellers and short squeezers. I believe it may not be the case, but I mean, what more could be behind a stock? More could be behind a stock that is going bankrupt of this at this age? In this age, it has to be the interest of short squeezers and short sellers. It has to be, if it's going bankrupt and it's up 3%, definitely has to be about short interests and all that stuff. So Eurocentury up 41% and extending. It was actually higher than that in a few hours ago. So let's move on to the next one. If you're there, you can drop us a line and we can look at any stock you are keen on. Thank you very much for joining us. So we will look at the next one is DMYD. DMY Technology Inc. up 33.37%. Currently trading below all of its trend lines. Momentum is also flat. MACD is also below the signal line based on this 1 minute model. It could be something else in the other models. So it's currently bearish at the moment. Currently bearish. It reached this high of $21.37 earlier on in this session. So we'll move on to the next one. Will be MOXC in China. MOXC in China up 29.28%. You can see it's trading in between, it's rather below its short-term trend lines, but getting support from the 50-day trend line based on this 1 minute model. MACD is below the signal line. Momentum is not so wonderful at the moment. So MOXC in China up 28.39%. We don't exactly know what is behind this, but we'll try and find out. So the next one will be NNOX, NNOX Imaging Limited. They got an FDA approval, I believe, for their X-ray machines or something like that. So it's currently up 18.23%. Converged with its 10-day with its short-term trend lines, but has just deviated a bit. Okay, fluctuating back and forth, getting some support from that 50-day trend line. We can see the 200-day trend line up there. So meaning that even though it's up 17.38%, it has actually retraced from some high. So we might be able to see what happened, get some sense of what may have happened from this. Yes, you can see here it was actually at 57.40, so it has retraced. Hence the reason why this trend line is up in the 1 minute model. So what we're looking at right now is the 10-minute model. Let's look at it in the 30-minute model. We might see something different. Yes, I can see something different, but it's still very much the same retracement from this high of 57.27. So NNOX Imaging up 17 points, up 17 points, but actually higher than that earlier on in the session. Yes, if you're there, thank you very much for joining us. So let's continue to look at other stocks. TRCH, Torchlight Energy down 2.05%. Metamaterials is up 3.67%. So American battery metals up 0.62%. Sun hydrogen down 3.28%. Toscan Holdings down 1.43%. Sunworks down 10.12%. Fuel Cell Energy down 5.21%. Uzub Energy down 5.94%, but currently trading above all of its trend lines apart from the volume weighted average price based on the 1 minute model. Ascent Solar is down 3.92%, trading below all of its trend lines based on what we can see, and also based on this 1 minute model. The MACD is very much neutral right there. Biosolar down 7.72%. Vertex Energy is up 0.65%. Plug Power down 4.62%. Cielo Waste is down 0.95%. EVOL is down 7.92%. GoEV is down 7.17%. That Canoe Inc. down 7.17%. Lithium, American Lithium is up 2.42%, trading above all its short and intermediate trend lines, but below the longer term trend line and below the volume weighted average price as well. Momentum is at its max. MACD is above signal line, indicating the stock is quite bullish. Yes, based on this 1 minute model. So American Lithium up 2.42%. If you're there, thanks for joining us. Give us a thumbs up, drop us a line if you can. Teradata up some 4.44%. You can see it just retraced, got some support from the 200-day trend line, but it's trying to extend again. And as a result of that, the time that has elapsed, the 10-day trend line is retracing as well, but currently it is very much bearish, or rather, well, yes, all in all you can see it's still bearish, but even though it's trying to extend, it seems to have called the bottom here. It's consolidated a bit, moved sideways a bit, so it's still extending, still very much bullish, but the short and intermediate trend lines are retracing to catch up because they had this sudden retracement. That's why they are also trying to play in catch up. The MACD is clearly below the signal line, still indicating bearishness. Yes, still indicating bearishness. As far as the price itself is below the 10-day trend line, it will continue to indicate bearishness. So Teradata up 4.55%. If you're there, thanks for joining us. Give us a thumbs up if you can, and let's get going. So let's look at other ones, other stocks. Let's look at VCNX. VCNX is down 1.02%, currently trading above all of its trend lines. Momentum is at its max. The MACD is also neutral at the moment, so even though we can clearly see the stock is above its 10-day trend line, but for some reason the MACD is not exactly responding to that. It's very much neutral, so not very usual sort of display we're looking at there. So Comedix is down 0.99%, just converged with its 10-day trend line, and we can see in this case the MACD slightly above the signal line. Momentum is not so wonderful, but still very much bullish, I guess. So we'll look at FRX. If you're there, thanks for joining us. Give us a thumbs up, drop us a line, tell us any stock you want us to have a look at. Forest Road Acquisition down 0.15%, getting bearish now, below all of its short and intermediate trend lines. MACD is also indicating that as well, validating that we have momentum as well. Very much sold out, it's not there at all. So Forest Road down 0.15%. For market for scalpers, this could be a buying opportunity, but one can't tell if this is the low. We can see it had a low of 10.03 earlier on. So we'll look at UAVS. EVOL aerial systems down 4.97%, but even at that it is actually very much bullish. You can see that it's now breaking through our baseline retracement level. Is that a baseline? It's not one of its extended levels, as a matter of fact, one of its extension levels. So it's currently at $6.95. Momentum is at its max. MACD is also above the signal line, indicating bullishness, even though the stock is down 5.06%. So let's have a look and see what's going on. Maybe on the daily model. Okay, on the daily model we can see it's slightly below its short and intermediate trend lines. Yes, below them, but above the 200-day trend line. So even, as a matter of fact, it's also slightly presenting a buying opportunity in this sort of case. Let's have a look. Let's look at Palantir. Palantir is only below, or rather getting some resistance from its 200-day trend line, but it's even though it's above all of its short-term trend lines and intermediate trend lines, the MACD for some reason is not signaling bullishness. It's still very much neutral. So we see how it goes. It's up 2.23%. And the KOSS Corp is up 1.2%, trading below all of its trend lines. You can see what's going on here. MACD is below a signal line as well. So I think it's trying to retrace based on this 1-minute model. Bitfarms up 5.23%. trading below all of its short and intermediate trend lines. MACD is also quite bearish. Momentum is flat based on this 1 minute model. Bitfarms up 5.23%. Rights blockchain up 8.61%. Below, trading below its short and intermediate trend lines. Okay, so we'll move on to JKS, Jinko Solar. Jinko Solar is down 5.86%. Trading below all of its trend lines in this case, but the MACD is slightly above the signal line, but it's not really pointing in any direction. Not really doing that. Quite neutral there. The main brands down 3.94%. You can see what's going on there. Retracing, quite bearish. MACD below the signal line. Momentum is going flat. Six Flags up 0.23%, but we can see it's very much bearish at the moment. MACD is below the signal line. Capstone is up 0.5, rather down 0.56%, but we can see a clear bearishness. We can see what we can see is a graphics that is indicating bullishness. So Capstone is down 0.56. So even though it's down 0.56, it's still very much bullish. All the trend lines are bullish as well. Momentum is at its max. MACD is above the signal line and validating that bullishness. Alpine 4 Holdings is down 5.24%, trading below all of its trend lines. MACD is also bearish as well. Cerebane Biotech is down 15.32%. So let's look at the daily chart, because some of these biotech stocks, they can be very interesting. You can see that it's trading below all of its trend lines, and this could be a buying opportunity as well. So take note, CBBT. Alternate Systems is up 0.39%. Sadu Ranch Media is unchanged at the moment. So let's look at HCMC. HCMC is up 9.09% currently. MMX is down 9.52%. FBC Holdings is up 16.67%. Within Brands up 40%. KMPH up 2.63%, but currently retracing right now. MACD below the signal line. Everything's very much bearish at the moment. Ovid Therapeutics is down 1.72%. OQGen down 2.36%. UWM Holdings down 0.53%. Super League Gaming down 2.75%. Tangier Factory Outlets down 30.7%. Clean Energy Fuels down 7%. Sorry about that. Kroger is up 1.99%. DraftKings up 0.37%. Sienna Cup up 1.13%. Yes, we didn't have a look at GameStop. GameStop is down 4.51%. AMC is, I believe, up. AMC is up 12.07%. Second Sight Medical Pro up down 6.58%. If you just joined us, thank you very much for doing so. Give us a thumbs up if you can. SIFY Sci-Fi Technology is down 3.75%. FLGT Fulgen Genetics is down 4.54%. Humanigen is down 3.9%. Kawan Petroleum down 8.19%. These are reopening stocks. Marathon Oil down 5.68%, trading below all of its trend lines at the moment based on this 1 minute model. Let's have a look at the daily model and see. Okay, still very much above or rather in between the short-term trend lines. Let's look at the return to the 1 minute model. KELYB Therapeutics up 4.86%. You can see the stock is retracing, broken through the short-term trend lines. That's the 10 and the 20. So the next level will be the support of the 50-day trend line. So KELYB Therapeutics is up 4.86%. Was actually higher than that. Adaptive Biotechnologies is up 0.81%. New Beginnings acquisition is down 1.19%. Radnet Inc. up 0.82%. Popperl Innovation up 4.27%. Amplitech grouping up 3.88%. First Energy up 1.08%. Xfuels up 26.67%. Triteras down 1.34%. Surface Oncology up 2.84%. I2 Biopharma down 5.42%. So you can see below, trading below all of its trend lines. Good buying opportunity, but this is only the 1 minute model. Let's look at the daily model. Let's see where it is. Yes, also presenting a buying opportunity. I2 Biopharm. So yes, we have seen it from time to time. Some of these biotech stocks, they just suddenly come out with some positive outcomes. It's almost as if the market participants are, whenever it runs up any gain, they sell off, awaiting the next set of news. So yes, you watch it. I2 Biopharma down 5.29% on both the 1 minute model and the daily model. It's trading below all of its short and intermediate trend lines, presenting a good buying opportunity if you're keen. Still not so cheap as such, but not too bad either. Trading at $7.15. Medicinova is up 0.39%. Greybuck Vision up 4.35% and extending. Bluebird Bio up 3.48%. KOSS Pharmaceuticals is down 3.18%. Still presenting in this case, in the 1 minute model, it's presenting buying opportunity. Let's look at the daily model, what it's doing. So yes, still doing so, and we covered the stock some weeks ago. Nothing has really come out of that, but never say never. It's been doing so for some time now. KOSS Pharmaceuticals. Let's look at the other one. Let's return to the 1 minute model as we proceed on and look at the other stock, GLMD, Galmed Pharmaceuticals. Okay, this is the 1 minute model. Let's look at the daily. Yes, on the daily, at some point it was trading below all of its trend lines and extended, got some resistance from the 50-day trend line. So the folks who were involved at this point, who got in at this point, must have enjoyed that gain there. Not a lot, but something. ABBV Pharmaceuticals is down 0.67%. This is the daily chart. Let's look at the 1 minute chart. So it's currently extending. So the signals are all bullish. The trend lines are all bullish based on this 1 minute model. MD Permian Inc. down 7.14%, trading below all of its trend lines. Momentum is flat. MACD is below its signal line. Let's see what the daily chart is saying. Daily chart is saying it's just converged with its short-term trend lines. So okay, let's recap and see what we began with. XELB, XL brands now up 80%, extended yeah, extending further and further up our Fibonacci levels. I think we plotted that in the reverse, so we just remove that now. XL brands up 81.35%. It's ripe for shorting in the coming sessions, probably. There's a good chance it's going to retrace, probably as a result of more sell-offs and shorts. So Chem Diagnostics, it's I believe the news it's that it's come out with FDA approved test kits that can give results in 15 minutes. It can also differentiate between anthrax and COVID-19, I believe. So that's some positive, and it is definitely an opening stock by coming out with such test kits. Definitely place itself right in the mix of opening stocks. Yes, thank you very much, folks, for joining us. Give us a thumbs up. How do you guys like this Chem Bio stock? Chem Bio, like I was just saying a few seconds ago, it has come up with an FDA approved test kit, can give you results in 15 minutes. It just places the stock right in the middle of opening stocks. You can see it now up 57.81%, but at the same time we're going to see short sellers that will begin to circulate now to bring it down. You can see what the daily chart is saying. It's now blowing up. It's blowing up and it's getting some resistance from the 50-day trend line. So let's look at the next one. Will be KELYB Services. It's up 28.24%. Next one is ACY. ACY obviously is a stock that a company that's going bankrupt, but we've seen close to 3%, close to 5 times the price of the stock as at the time it announced that bankruptcy. So what does that tell you? It probably tells you that as at that announcement, short sellers may have pounced on it, but short squeezers noticed that they had done so and attacked. So because the fact that it's going bankrupt and the stock has gone up about 5 times its price up since that announcement, tells you that short sellers were squeezed out, probably, or something like that. But we just hope they can restructure the business. They will be given the chance to raise more funds and see how things go. Euro Century up 33.92%. If you're there, give us a thumbs up. Thanks for joining us. So we'll move on and look at DMYD. DM Technology Inc. is up 34.9 34.1%. Let's see if we can find out why it is up there. Let's see if we can find any piece of news. Okay. No news as such. Let's see. Okay, so there's gains after the NFL signed a multi-year deal with Genius Sports, which intends to go public through a combination with that company that will make Genius Sports the official data provider for NFL games. Shares touch up to new record highs. Okay, so that's why DYMD is up the charts right now. DMYD Technology Inc. MOXC in China is up 29.46%. We'll try and find out as well what's driving MOXC in China. Obviously, we're using Charles Schwab, by far the best trading platform out there for US stocks. So take the chance and jump on, sign on, get your own account, get trading. The best research tools, the best, by far better than Robinhood, by far. The only difference is that Robinhood is the most popular. Outside that, it has Charles Schwab is the next in terms of popularity, in terms of signed up users. Next one is Charles Schwab. Okay, we don't have any news here. It says there's a no current news so far. Yeah. Okay, so I think we are just going to wrap things up. It was a short live session. Thank you very much for joining us.